Keria is absolutely tearing up the Korean pro scene. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to have a look underneath the hood of one of his scarier AD champions that he plays in the support position. Indeed, it is going to be the Caitlyn support, with which he has 61% win rate, by the way. 81% win rate here on the Karma. This kind of shows a benchmark of how incredibly good he is on other supports. Listen, if he was spamming a support like a, Janna or something, he would be rank 1 in no time, right? So, or Soraka or Nami or just name it. Like, he's ridiculously good on pretty much everything that he plays. Keria, absolute superstar support. I'm a huge fan. Part of tier 1, right? And so in the recent time, what tier 1 has done is that they have been focusing on different team compositions and inventing new metas and kind of figuring out new play styles and working on their team cohesion and their coordination instead of focusing on, just winning LCK as hard as possible. I mean, they still ended up winning, so take that for what you want. But the thing is that, especially in spring, most of the time, teams are in a little bit of a regrouping phase, right? Where they're like kind of trying to get their stuff together, kind of figure out, okay, who plays how, what are the pieces that we can work with? Is Zeka allowed to play mages, or is he just on perma AP duty, on perma Silas and AP assassin duty, or is he allowed to play IRL? No. Okay, sorry for that joke. For anyone who's watching LCK, you know. For anyone else, I'm sorry. But so the thing is, right, that Caitlyn support is a little bit of a weird one, because what Caitlyn support does is it just kind of abuses high elo / pro play meta in a way where you dominate, and I can't help but feel it's like a cheese strategy from StarCraft, right? It's this kind of strategy. Draven, what are you doing? And why does it work? Dude, any other AD carry, any other AD carry just insta dead there. And it just, I hate Draven so much. Keria takes both kills, by the way. That is not optimal. Okay, so, well, Draven found himself out of position here. Very bad lane state for the red team. Generally, bad lane state in this case because it is situationally a bad lane state, right? This could be a good lane state as well, but in this case, it's pushing into the blue team, which means the blue team will preserve the minions that they want to CS and get XP from, which then in turn creates a lead for said team. All right, LeBlanc being an absolute dickhead. I don't know if you guys seen the LeBlanc changes, but honestly, she seems like a ridiculously strong solo queue champion now. So go ahead and grief the first 100 games of normals that you play to practice her. I will probably do a similar thing. Just kind of, because let's be honest, this champion is a lot of options, so very difficult. So the bot lane has arrived in, well, their lane now, and finally have taken control. Very deep control ward here, so this already tells us kind of what the plan is for Keria. The ward will be spotted out here by the, can we start? Holy moly. Is already spotted out by the Ashe East, so eventually they will try to clear this. But yeah, so Keria doing what Caitlyn wants to do together with Draven. Obviously, they just have so much control of the lane. They can just bully out the enemy team here, especially given the fact that double longs are available for both of these. Keria especially scary. Walks forward with that headshot, just giving it to the Varus. They are fast pushing. They are not slow pushing. I think that slow pushing would have been better here. I think that is a mistake that Draven is making. This is something that I hate to be that guy, but I see a lot of Draven players make that mistake of, like, just trying to push out the wave as quickly as possible. And it's like, yeah, but how are you going to find lethal now? Like, you're a really strong AD carry, right? You want to fight. If you want to fight, you want to build slow waves, not fast. Because that means that the enemy has to miss more if they want to play safe. And if they play aggressive, then you have a fighting opening, right? If you like fast push waves, that's absolutely ridiculous. So now he is doing a bit better job here. And yeah, they're fighting good trades. Keria dropping kind of low, but that's not too bad. And Keria wants to push this wave out right now. Don't see a Q here, though, for now. Also, let's have a look at the runes. I know this was a little bit of a chaotic start. I didn't introduce any of the other characters in the game and so on and so forth. Kind of suboptimal. But yeah, he's running Hail of Blades here, which I find very interesting. Taste of Blood, Zombie Ward, Treasure Hunter, and then Magical Footwork and Biscuits, of course. I find it very interesting that he isn't going for something like Lethal Tempo, which allows him to... Is it Lethal Tempo? No, Fleet Footwork, which would allow him to trade a little bit more. Okay, this, I mean, you exactly know. If they play like that, you know that the enemy jungler is around. Yeah, the pings, they do point it out as well as the Ashe. Will probably try to cancel again here, but doesn't cancel the Draven, who gets back to base now with a Cull Field and a Sheen he's been stacking up for a long time. So that means that the enemy Jarvan should want to gank this bot lane. Because if you can kill Draven here, he loses insane amounts of adoration. And then he's in a very, very tough situation. Here, the kill onto the Gragas is secured. This is what LeBlanc is really good at. It's just setting up those kills. Faker influence, by the way, making itself shown here on the Korean server as another one whips out the AP Gragoose. AP Fatman. Or something like that. Uh-oh. That is not a lot of damage. For a serrated Dirk Varus, that was not a lot of damage. Was that without the W? Probably. Weird. I was expecting more damage. Well, it is what it is. As we are kind of fast pushing this wave. Holy moly. I've started to I've started to cast on my German channel, by the way. And it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to cast in German. Obviously, I'm at this point much better at casting in English. It's just like the speed and quickness of describing what is going on, and you know, a lot of the item names and all of that obviously would translate to the German. Oh, flash for flash here by Keria with the Jarvan. He will get himself to safety and chase down the enemy team now. One kill acquired here for the Draven. That means the adoration stacks are saved as well. Now this Draven can allow himself to play much more aggressively than before, as he doesn't really have any adoration, so he doesn't have much to lose, but a lot to gain, obviously. But in this case, oh, the Q misses the Draven, and oh, it feels so smooth to CS on Draven if you're ahead, because you just do so much damage to the minions. Yeah, I still prefer Jinx CSing. Jinx CSing's gotta be the best in the game. Optimally, Jinx with a tier. So that you just don't run out of... No, but of course no one does that, as ooh, another takedown here onto the Ashe. Support once again. Couple of adoration stacks. How do you turned in? Turned in. That is what I was looking for. Goodness me, dude. I mean, you know, it's kind of common for me to... Oh my god, yeah. I don't know that you kill this Varus. Varus, beautiful auto-attack Q will find the kill onto the Wukong. So, net positive here for the blue team. As the blue team generally in a net positive situation here with Kled. Obviously achieving a takedown onto the Long Song as well. Kled, bit of a crazy champion. But honestly, something that I really want to play in the mid lane. I need to whip that out. I need to kind of figure that shit out. Really want to play it. All right, so Ghost here activated for Kled as yes, the Skarl comes back in, and he will take down the Lee Song once again 1-3 and oh no. Lee Sin not having the best of times right now. Is Keria just playing like Deft. This is something that Deft would do. Just like stands inside just calmly dodging all the... This is kind of what makes Keria so ridiculous. Is like, I don't know who allowed the support player to be so good at marksman, but like Keria honestly probably would be a high tier AD carry if he swapped to AD carry tomorrow. Like, obviously not as crazy as Guma Def, you know, but you know, maybe even better than someone like Viper or so. Again, I'm sorry, I'm a Korean fanboy watcher thingamabob, as the, I mean, that chain was just the best. Sorry, LeBlanc, but all right, LeBlanc will not find chain on to the Caitlyn, and Draven now needs a little bit of assistance in the bot lane, but Keria is on the way. 2-1 and 2. This Draven is truly scary. Has an Essence Reaver here available for himself, as the Caitlyn is threatening the all-in here. Yeah, Draven found himself trapped and will go down. Trapped by the Varus ultimate, obviously, because I totally knew that the Caitlyn was on the enemy team, as Ashe will secure a solo kill here onto the Ashe. So close is the big man. Not a big fan. He's got to put an end to this with an ultimate. I love this champion so much. Dude, no champion looks like he doesn't give a fuck as much as this guy. Like, it's just crazy. I love Gragas so much. As in the top lane, once again, Lee Sin has gone down. Yeah, the Lee Sin top, huh? There used to be a time where you could play Lee Sin mid, and it was actually kind of scary because you could just bully people. But the E has been nerfed 3 times now in damage. So, you know, it's not quite enough damage anymore, but apparently people still play it in the top lane on the highest ranks. I've seen it. I've never seen it do very well. Except in situations where it's like, yeah, every other champion would do well there too. Like, you know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Lee Sin's kid is kind of awkward in lane sometimes. So, yeah. I'm not sure what I want to think about it. As, yeah. Alright, W to a minion fast. Get yourself out. As kick is not available here. Now would be an opening for a kick. As Keria, oh, barely doesn't. Oh, beautiful flash. Will secure the kill onto LeBlanc. Keria 3-2 and 3. More AD carry than he is a support in both ways of champion pick as well. As the fact that Wukong will go down here to the Varus, as well as in the fact of kills and stats. Keria will snag himself another kill and actually try to just, yeah, walk down the Jarvan. Beautiful flash by the Jarvan, but he will not get out anyhow. Keria has something to say about that, as Gragas will hit a beautiful ultimate and get Jarvan back into his support the carry, I guess. Very interesting. Also, by the way, a little bit of a channel recommendation. Wise Guy, right? Wise Guy or White Guy? I'm not sure. On YouTube, okay? Pyke main. Does these kind of Y guy. It's this guy here, right? Just incredibly funny Jhin stuff. Incredibly funny Pyke stuff, and is a Pyke player that causes AD carry as support and so on and so forth. Like, has funny jokes, kind of goes like the anime villain arc kind of storytelling, and is just like super funny. Super funny if you want a quick laugh, so go ahead and subscribe to that guy. Very small channel. I mean, not very small. Like, I'm not a channel. Nice. I'm ultra small, but he's still a small channel, and especially considering the quality content that he puts out, or at least used to put out, it was a bit weird that he did not hit as many views as he should, in my opinion. But, you know, it is what it is. As maybe something, you know, a little bit of a recommendation. I don't know. Maybe this ages well, you know. Maybe this is something that eventually, at some point, people watch my content and then they go over to him and they go, some good shit. I don't know. But yeah, I had to think of that as he definitely would make one hell of a video out of the Keria experience. Let's put it like that. As big damage here out of Keria. Shutdown acquired onto the Gragas though. Keria now trying to mess with the Ashe. The Q will miss. The headshot is available. And the ultimate will find the Ashe. And everyone just question mark pinging this Caitlyn. As Keria just boldly stepping into the mid lane with about 100 HP available. It's gotta be 300, right? It's like 300, 400? Yeah, 400, okay. Yeah, Kled hasn't really found a lot of impact on the map so far. I mean, he's been clapping the Lee Sin, but he hasn't really found a lot of ganks, and I think that could have been a mistake. I think that something that a lot of Koreans do is they, especially the higher ranked players, is you see them leave their lane and just try to impact bot lane at some point, and something like Kled is really good at that. And I mean, you don't really have to be scared of Lee Sin getting ahead. So I think that's actually a pretty good idea. Oh, you thought Keria was an easy pickings, but Keria is not easy to take down. His Jarvan will take him down nonetheless. Kill goes over to the Wukong onto the Jarvan then. Revenge kill, I suppose. This Wukong will go down to the Varus, but not before dealing a lot of damage here. And listen, all of a sudden back in the game, money-wise, but the thing is, like, you don't know how much impact he had because he pretty much just threw Qs and got the kills, you know? Of course, something like Kled could have had much more impact, but just caught out of position. That's how this fight started. And Keria is an absolutely scary unit here with the Youmuu's Ghostblade and Umbral Glaive. I remember some off-meta, like, bronze, like, I'm a challenger, I play in bronze type YouTubers making a Caitlyn like ultimate one-shot build, and they played it in the bot lane. I played it obviously AD carry, but they went a similar build to this one. They went full lethality and then just tried to one-shot people, and I just love it. Like, his ultimate probably does like 400 or 500 damage at this point, which is ridiculous because that's like, yeah, that's a third of his HP. Well, not really, but oh my god, how much damage. Oh! I'm totally wrong. He does way more damage than that. What the hell? Dude. Oh my god, that is so scary. Okay. We have to have a look at this. So Keria just standing here, being like, no, Varus, you're not going home. So Youmuu's activated by both of them, right? Then 1, 2, and the flash Caliber Net into Q, which is like the one Caitlyn combo there is basically, into the auto attack. I mean the headshot, right? And then the ultimate to finish it off. And he just like, I mean, he just got rid of Varus, like, and he overkilled him by probably, with that combo, he overkilled him by probably like another 300 damage, which means that with that kind of combo, right, it's basically auto attack, E auto attack, or EQ auto attack into ultimate. You probably deal like 1.6k to 1.7k damage. Just like that, without a collector or anything, right? So that alone is ridiculous. Man. Yeah, I want to see what his item build is here. I could see an Eclipse, but it's probably going to be something like a Duskblade here. Okay, we're not gonna find out. He doesn't quite have enough money. I really want to know. I think it should be Eclipse though, because like you want to do auto tech Q, right? Or you do Calibernet auto tech, which both of them proc the Eclipse. But yeah, and obviously Hail of Blade itself. I think you can proc Eclipse. I'm pretty sure you can. It always depends on the base attack speed, but I think with Caitlyn, it is possible. Alright, beautiful positioning out of Keria. The Ashe ultimate used to catch out the support, which says a lot. 2 ultimates now used onto these 2 people as Keria will get himself out. Will die. Will not get himself out, but will die, so Lee Sin can get him. I don't know what happened there with my brain, but that's a kind of rough situation here, as the Wukong will start work on the dragon now. Blue team is going to come and stop that though. And with a beautiful Varus ultimate flash, he will get himself to safety and secure the takedown onto the Draven. Oof, but Lee Sin is around, and another kill goes down here onto the Ashe. So now the jungler and the support are dead. Kled looking for a Q angle. Doesn't find it now. Everyone is on Kled, which could be a very difficult situation. Lee Sin Q is going to connect, and with a beautiful Q ultimate, he will pull out the execute on to the Kled. Good body block with the clone here, as Gragas will take down a double kill for himself. Lee Sin now starting work on that Hextech Drake. Wukong, not a big fan. This looks very sketchy. Okay, Gragas sustain. Range Q to zone. Wukong looking for a kill. Will flash out. As Lee Sin still working on that flippin' Drake. Wukong still having fun. Up to some monkey business. Alright, alright. He will go down, as the Kled ultimate will surely catch out the Gragas here. Ultimate will not allow Gragas to obtain any kills here, but now the Caitlyn has arrived. Caitlyn support has... Oh, beautiful maneuvering here by Kled for a second there, until it wasn't anymore. As Keria will not be able to sidestep the auto attacks from Kled, so that's too bad. And although a triple kill goes down to Lee Sin, he surely will go down here to the LeBlanc or the Kled. Looking pretty close though anyhow, but yeah, he does end up going down as the Draven. Just pushing out the top lane and is going to get himself a little bit of money. Ultimate comes through. Are we going to catch the LeBlanc? Oh, that was so close. That was so close. As Ashe ult. Flashed by the Draven. LeBlanc still laying a little bit of chase, but she will, yeah, very soon just give that up. As now the Baron is going to be the objective that the Fiesta will be about. As we see the nerfed Umberglaive coming in here. Yeah, it is a Duskblade of Drakthar, by the way, on this Caitlyn. And the Caitlyn traps, they can be pretty good for zoning in these fights. So that is really good. And then you get a big headshot here as a zoning ultimate onto the Varus will find Kled instead, deal no damage to him. That wasn't the best Caitlyn ultimate. That was definitely, that was potential for better Caitlyn ultimates, I would say. But, you know, with this one, you just want to throw it out as you do have a good amount of ability. Ace Draven will get himself out barely, and that means that LeBlanc is now going down. However, Keria under a lot of pressure here by the Jarvan and the Varus, as another kill goes down to the Lee Sin and onto an isolated Kled there that found himself inside of the red team. Blue team was playing the like lower side here of the river and wasn't really able to help out there. Unfortunately, that means that the Baron though goes over to our protagonist's team, even though then he didn't really do a lot in that fight, right? He just had to be careful because people kind of engaged on him, which I think that itself is an achievement as a support. I mean, Keria does a lot of damage. He also has a lot of farm. he doesn't have a lot of farm for a support that has a Black Mist Scythe, right? But you know, you gotta fuel all that 80 damage somehow, as now obviously Vigilant Wardstone is purchased, which completes the item build here for the Caitlyn. Notable here are the boots of swiftness. Instead of any other potential boots, he chooses movement speed slow, I suppose, against the Ashe, and then just the ability to kind of move around the map fast because you have a high average speed. Caitlyn ultimate, taking out half HP here out of the Ashe. Literally 900 damage. Literally 900 damage on the Caitlyn ultimate, which is pretty huge. Good amount of damage goes out here by Keria. We're gonna have a look at this game afterwards, and we're gonna see the damage graphs. It needs to happen. It just needs to happen. As I'm gonna actually prepare all that, because that could take a second here. Let me jump on to the Wukong, as you will see. Obviously, this is just the kind of ending, the final breaths here of the blue team, as the red team sieging down the Nexus, trying to get some more shutdowns onto them. Mr. Keria, where is your Caitlyn game? Gotta dig a little bit deeper for that one. I found it. With that, blue team Nexus is taken down, and we're gonna look at the damage dealt here of the Caitlyn. So this is Keria, and we see here too many kills. Who are you to tell me how many kills I am supposed to have? So, Keria did 27k damage in comparison to Lee Sin being top damage with 32k. And his 80 carry did 10k damage. Oh my god. Keria, what a unit you are. Alright, these are the rest of the stats. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one and the next review. Thank you very much for watching, and stay awesome.